I've been kind of like in a whole spiral because of the Kill Tony thing. The guy who went on before me, because that guy was having the best day ever before he got on Kill Tony. Tony Hinchcliffe like tear you apart, he like rip you a new asshole, but he's fucked up. Like he's definitely fucked up, and I'm not brave enough to do math. And then we got kicked out. That sucks. Everything that. Oh yeah. Should I shut up?
Oh no, you're good. Keep going.
Okay. Well, what do you have like an intro or something? Should I?
No, keep going.
Keep going. Yeah. Yeah, being from California, it like blows my mind when I find places that don't have AC, because like it's so. I feel like AC is like
a necessity.
Yeah, it's basic.
Yeah.
It's like, does it have an oven? Does it have a washer dryer? But then again, like a lot of places don't have that.
We don't even have a washer dryer here.
Yeah. Well, that kind of makes sense because like if you just leave the hookups, you can get your own. And like, yeah, charge me less rent and I'll just go buy my own.
Right.
But then they're like, we won't charge you less rent and it's not included. So you're just kind of getting screwed both ways. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Sorry, should I not do that? I'll be quiet. I'll be good, I swear, Adam. Don't
Stop the cowbell. We need less cowbell on this track, Anthony.
Okay. I'll be good, I promise.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, it wasn't even really that hot here in India until, like, the last few years, though.
Yeah.
That's why nobody had AC.
I also like to bundle up. I like to cover my body as much as possible. If I could be wearing a parka all the time, that would be ideal.
So, like, you have, like a weighted blanket kind of a deal.
Well, don't call me autistic like that. Like, don't be, like, you need a weighted blanket all the time. No, I just, I don't know. I'm very insecure. So, I've been kind of, like, in a whole spiral because of the Kill Tony thing. Because I was not expecting to be on stage when they called me. I wasn't planning on getting called up. It was just something in the back of the mind, like, I might get on Kill Tony. But I was like, I've been signing up for this shit since California, dude. Like, I'm probably...
I was going to ask you, so you're already jumping to it, though, but what was that like? What's the process of, like, getting on there and...
Yeah.
You fly your way out there, and what's that like?
So, let me give you the whole breakdown of like what my intentions were for Austin, Texas. So I used to live there, so I have some connections. My brother lives in San Antonio and he lived in Austin, and so he kind of goes back and forth all the time. I have friends there. I have family in the area. Like, I kind of had a strategy. I got an Airbnb with a good friend of mine, Josh Shakespeare, out of Los Angeles, who I met when I grew up there. So, just super funny guy, really good at content, really good guy to be like next to. I don't know if you've ever done something competitive, but like when there's someone who's better than you at certain things, it's always good to just be parallel to them, where you're like, I'm doing the things I'm good at, but you're doing the things you're good at, and eventually those skills will kind of bounce back and forth between us. Like, we'll just see what it takes.
Right.
Which is unfortunate. Ideally, you would see like, oh, it's a lot of hard work. I think I'm not afraid of hard work. What I am afraid of is talent. Like what we were just saying is like when you find out someone just like wakes up from a drunken sleep and just kills on stage, you're like, fuck you, dude. God damn it. They're like, did you write any of that? And they're like, that was all new stuff. And you're like, God, fuck me. I suck. I suck so hard. But anyway, my intention with Austin, I was flying there with Josh separately. I was going to borrow a car from my brother. We were also renting a car, but we had, we were going to have to go separate ways at times. And the plan was to like learn how he does content, record my show, Roasted Coffee. Check us out online. Record Roasted Coffee, about 4 episodes, one Saturday, one Sunday, for 2 Saturdays and Sundays. I fly in on a Wednesday, fly out on a Tuesday, for 2 weeks, so that I have access to a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and a Monday, so I can hit Kill Tony twice in 2 weeks, without like being rushed. Like, it's not like I land and I go to Kill Tony, and then I fly out in the middle of the week, which I just prefer. So I land there, and for Roasted Coffee, it's very much like you land. For me, it was like landing and getting straight to work, because I landed Thursday night at like 11 p.m. And so I had to hit up that Friday morning. I had to hit everybody up on like, hey, do you want to be a coffee sponsor? Do you want to be a coffee sponsor? Do you want to be a coffee sponsor? And fortunately, very fortunately, Actually, it was Wednesday night, not Thursday night. I did that Thursday. Friday morning, I go out and I work with Desnudo, who sponsored all the Austin episodes. I worked with them last year in September, and they recognized me, and they're like, yeah, whatever you want. And that's one of those things that, like, you're in content, you're doing this stuff. You're aware that, like, sometimes you try and work with people and they give you all these barriers. Like, they're very not generous with their time and so forth. And
I will say Anthony is, I think, the easiest creative to schedule with that I've ever scheduled with. Like, and that's, like, including, like, people I know.
Well, that's and I have more to say on that. But yeah, so Desnudo, they gave me everything I wanted and more. Like, and I watched them when I showed up. Like, the owner wasn't there to speak with, but very nice guy. What is his name? I gotta give him a shout out. Shout out Desnudo Coffee. It's really fantastic. It's the highest quality coffee, and I'm not just saying that to be like, oh, they love me, so I love them. Like, it really is very high quality coffee. If you're like a coffee snob. Sergio is one of the owners at Desnudo. That dude works his ass off, and very, very high quality coffee. He makes a point that, like, he is Colombian and he wants the Colombian farmers to get their land back. So he kind of like helps them do regenerative farming so that their land isn't just like leached of all the nutrients making coffee, like a lot of major companies do. They just kind of leach all the nutrients from the soil, sell the land, go to better land, and then when that land recovers, they just move it back over.
Straight up.
And the benefit of doing that is that when you move your business off of somebody's land, they basically have to figure out something else to do with it. And then I don't know how it works in other countries, but look into those sort of practices in farming. The farmers in this country get fucked.
Our soils around the world are fouchade. We support regenerative farming all day.
Oh yeah, you're a chef. You know about this stuff.
Yeah,
you cook.
We're for sure I'm into soil for sure.
You're into soil
ratios, yeah.
Yeah, I work for Big Soil.
I'm sponsored by Soil. The Earth's crust has sponsored me.
Yeah. But Desnudo
sponsored by gypsum, actually, by calcium sulfate. But give your plants more gypsum.
Sponsored by gypsum. That does sound like an AI company. No, but I get the Desnudo coffee and so forth, and I get all my equipment that I left with my brother. He drove up from San Antonio. It was all like a lot of help from other people. First two episodes were with Alex and Bryant. Alex is a comic from Colorado. He has like a big thing on the side of his head. I feel like I asked him what it was, and I just stopped listening and stared at it. I'm like, so what's going on with your face? And he's just like, oh, when I was a child, and I'm just like, I want to touch it. What does it taste like? Can I squeeze it? Is it hard or is it soft? Like, what's in there, man?
Like a lemon?
Yeah. When is it gonna be ripe? And then Bryant he is also a coffee content creator. He does the Grounds Report, which is he has a viral series online called "What's Your Coffee Hot Take," and he was just like going around, "What's your coffee hot take?"
Oh, the Subway guy?
No,
that's just what's your hot take.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, what's your hot take? Yeah, I don't know what that guy does, but he puts the microphone on a Subway card, and he's like, I don't know, he's Johnny Depped out. Have you seen him recently? Like, he's wearing like scarves and glasses, and he's like, yeah, I was gonna interview Kamala. Like, he's so New York. New York dudes think they're so cool, and I hate it.
We don't talk like that. We don't have an accent.
Are you New Yorker?
We don't talk like that.
We don't talk like... Yeah, we don't talk like that. I like, Godfrey, the comedian? Godfrey? Yeah. Not Gilbert Godfrey, but the black dude named Godfrey. Yeah, I love... He has this bit with, I think King Batch is in it. But he's like a neighbor who's constantly complaining, and he's just like... King Batch. Whatever. But Godfrey plays this like New Yorker who's like, your doo-doo's mad loud, baby. Baby, you gotta, like, he's just like, everything the guy does, He's just like yelling at him, like you're peeing real loud. You're peeing real loud. I can hear you from downstairs. You pee along the side. Let it roll down. Yeah, it's very funny. Anyway, Austin trip. Like I said, so I get the coffee. I'm recording episodes. The second episode I did was that I had a video go viral from that episode because it was with Mark Neuer and Bree something, whatever her name is. Bree, the burp girl from Kill Tony. If you look up
burp, viral because of this girl. I don't know her name, but she was.
I don't know her last name. I can't remember her last name. But Bree is like hated from Kill Tony because she went on and for her 1 minute said just burped into the microphone a bunch, and they were like, "Fuck you."
That's hard. That's.
But it is funny to just be like, you guys are stupid. I'm just gonna burp into this microphone for a minute. I kind of respect that. Just to like, there are people who are like, that's not, comedians. I shouldn't say people. People think comedy is comedy. Like, oh, you're just making different attempts at what's funny. But comedians have this idea of like the way I do it is right. Like, I think that there's a lot of different ways that you can do comedy, and I think that going on the biggest stage, and like imagine going on America's Got Talent and just farting into the microphone.
Gold.
Like that is hilarious. Just to as like a fuck you to like Simon Cowell to be like, what are you doing? That was in the wrong tone. That was A minor. Your farts. Your doo-doo maker makes me feel bad.
I think you'd react what if you did like make a musical out of it? You hit notes with musical cues. Yeah. You seen that girl seen that lady on Instagram that she can do like saxophone with just her.
Oh wow.
No?
No, I haven't.
It's something.
Yeah.
There's like saxophone players in her comments, and they're like, I just want to let you know that I hate that you can do this, and I've been practicing saxophone for 15 years.
I mean, good for her, I guess. I don't know what to feel about that. I don't know. Like talent and performance and what people should get paid for is always like debated. Of like, I can't believe people pay for this, but I don't know, man. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Who am I?
Joy is the most valuable commodity.
Joy is the most valuable commodity, right up there with soil.
It's true, actually. Yeah, straight up.
But Bree is like, I've never met someone with so much energy who was also hungover. Because like she had gotten like drunk the night before and like took off in a full sprint, and then like there were stairs and she just like like fell and ate shit.
She still have drunk energy though?
No, not that I could tell. She's just so much energy. And then right next to me was Mark Neuer, who I think had also just gotten on Kill. He had gotten on Kill Tony. I had not yet. And so he was talking about like, he's like, I got a big joke book, blah 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 blah. But he was super hungover on 4 hours of sleep, and he ate like 4 egg sandwiches in the back of the episode. Yeah, no, he was he had like
that and a cup of
Desnudo. Yeah. And then we got kicked out because we were in the Domain, which is technically like it's public-private property. It's like a big open-air mall, and it's huge. If you've ever been to the Glendale Galleria in Los Angeles, or Glendale, it's just a massive, sprawling strip mall of like stuff. And there's like tons of super hot people there, which I think is weird. Austin, Texas is becoming a place with like a lot of beautiful people. And especially like being back in Portland, I'm like, y'all are ugly. Like, I grew up in LA. And so like when I first moved to Portland, I was like, I did ask my fiance, we were just dating at the time, but I was like, what's going on with the people here? Everyone looks fugly. Like, what's going on? Like, I see some of the ugliest people I've ever seen here in Oregon. But then, like, I went back to Austin, and like most people are very, very attractive, and Austin is turning into LA, where like the traffic is bad.
I think it's because you grew up there and you're just familiar with the faces and the food.
No, because I see people all the time. Like, I'm always going out. I'm always looking at crowds. And then there's another thing about Oregon where like the average age is 42. Like the median age versus the median age in Texas, I think, is 23. So I think it's just younger people. More people are in than their most attractive time of their life. Not to say there aren't attractive people in Portland, but like there's far and few between. I just think that's interesting, like a weird piece of like not empirical evidence, but just my opinion. And then after that video, so I get on Kill Tony on Monday, and then that Wednesday, a clip from the video with Bree goes viral. We gets almost at like 2 million views now, if that counts as viral. Yeah, I guess
it's definitely viral.
Okay. And people shit on me so hard in the comments on that clip. They're just like, the men need to learn how to stop talking. I was like, damn. But it's funny because like the 2 viral clips that I have, the one that's at like 13 million and the one that's almost at 2, both of them were when we were talking to somebody that I was like, oh my God, please go away so we could get to someone more interesting. Like I was so done. Like when Brie was like, are you still talking to your ex? And she was like, oh my God, I am. Like I was just like, ugh.
It's girl drama. The people eat it up.
Yeah, I'm so not feminine, and my fan base is turning into such a feminine crowd. It's very weird. But then again, my editor for clips is Danielle Porter. Very good editor. Not cheap, but affordable. But definitely use her. She edits for Funny Old Bag as well, and other successful comedians. Successful comedians, other than not me. I'm not successful. Yeah, she's very, very good. But I do think that the things that she hones in on are definitely more female energy oriented versus like, you know, my other editor Nigel didn't even include either of those people in the full version. So that's kind of interesting that he's just like, yeah, that's a whole lot of nothing.
It's like you ever listen to like Rick Rubin talk about like art or like musicians or whatever though?
Mm-mm.
Where he's like, there's a thing where he's like, there's a sample at the beginning of a song I listened to of him talking, and he's like, you can't judge the art before you put it out. Like to make a piece of art and be like, well, I don't like this thing, but I think somebody else is gonna like this thing. It's a bad way to look at art because people aren't smart enough to know what everyone else is going to like.
Yeah. Yeah. That is interesting.
You can't judge art before you just put it out.
I do also kind of, I'm wondering if maybe like my audience isn't female, but what if women are just like the first line of content? Like, do you think it's possible that,
They spread the content?
Yeah, kind of. Like they're in the vanguard. Like men are kind of like the hardest to reach in terms of content. Do you think that's true? That's just like a theory that I've been coming up with, where it's like, men, we're like very loyal to our content. Do you think so? Like, what do you watch?
I feel like I try to watch. I feel like I make an active effort to watch other content to like be like, oh, this looks like this worked and this. Like I'm like analytical about it kind of a thing.
Yeah,
but
we're both making content,
right.
So but then again, so is everybody. Everybody has to make content now. They're like, I guess we'll just start making videos. I'm cool. I have a good personality, and it's like,
you don't have a good personality, but that's okay.
Even if they do, I don't think that it always translates to content. Like I think, like, you know what you should do with your good personality? You should give it to others. Like I was just talking to my buddy Tay about like. My best friend from Los Angeles and my fiance both have the same thing in common, is that their main thing that they want to do is just be there for their friends and family. And that's like a way bigger goal than like, I want to be a comedian. Like I'm an egotistical asshole by comparison, because what she'll do is like, oh, you need someone to drive you to that doctor's appointment? I'll come over. Or like, oh, you're sick? I'll make you some soup and drop it off. And it brings her joy and satisfaction to know that, like, her sister who just had surgery was able to rest because she was babysitting her, like, nephew. Like, that's a very kind thing to do. And I think those things, I'm like, why don't we do that for each other? And we do, we just don't, we look at those people like, oh, so you don't do anything. Like, my fiance doesn't have, like, a lofty goal of, like, being a famous comedian, and neither does my friend Jordy. Like, they don't have any desires to, you know, like, have an impact on tons and tons of people. They just want to have an impact with the people who matter to them in life. And they're kind of not my fiance, but Jordy is like, every time I meet him, it's almost like he has a new best friend. Like whenever we would get in an Uber together, he's like, "So what do you do outside of Uber?" And I'm like, "Why are you talking to this guy?" Like there was this one time he came up to visit me and he was staying with me, and I was taking him somewhere. Oh, we were going to watch Matt McCusker at Helium, and on the way there, a man is running. This is off Burnside, the Burnside McDonald's. You know that McDonald's, the sketch ass McDonald's. My buddy Aaron Thomas has a hilarious joke about how like, remember when Trump said some bad stuff about Portland? He was like,
I think he's done it several times.
But there was one time in particular that it was like really impactful, and he's like, I wonder if I know Trump eats a lot of McDonald's. Do you think he just went to the one on Burnside and he goes, "This is what Portland is"? And I thought that was so funny. But I'm making a left turn on Burnside, right on the corner of that McDonald's, and a guy, like an older gentleman in overalls, like the guy looked like he was 7 feet tall, is like trudging, like penguin running to get.
This guy is like taller than me on a ladder, so that's saying something. If he says he's 7 feet tall,
I'm 6'4". I'm a big guy. And this guy's like
steps to shake his hand.
Yeah, you got to get on a ladder to kiss me. Give me a little smooch, Adam. But I'm making this left turn, and this giant guy, as he's running to make it to the bus, falls and just like a slow motion car crash of just a travesty. Like he falls. He had he had boots on. His boot flew off. He was wearing suspenders. His both suspenders just exploded, and he like fell. And as I'm making the left turn, I'm like ha ha ha, and I'm like turning. As I'm about to I was gonna say something to my buddy Jordy, and he leapt out of my moving car because he saw that guy get hurt, and he's like, that guy's probably really hurt, and he jumps out of my car into traffic on Burnside to like run over and help that guy up. And I was getting pissed because I'm like, dude, what if you hurt my car? What if you did this? And I'm like, I'm literally laughing at the less fortunate. And I couldn't be mad at him. I'm like, he is a better person than I had to really I don't know.
Reassess the situation.
Yeah, because it is funny. Don't get me wrong. It is funny, but I should have been like, ha, you need help, man? I should have at least tried to help. But I was I don't know. I'm very afraid of being a coward. And so when I saw someone close to me who doesn't have lofty goals and doesn't do isn't an ambitious person, decides to put everything aside to go help somebody, that's huge. I felt very proud that he was my friend, and I definitely felt like a coward. I'm like, I did not act on my beliefs. Anyway, back to the Austin stuff. So this actually ties pretty well into the Austin stuff. So again, being a good person and a moral person is important to me, and I definitely struggle with it. I think ambition and greed definitely draw you away from it, where doing things for money, working jobs that are my job is hurting people, this is there are tons of jobs that are just no good for anyone. I kind of feel that way about lawyers now. Oh, so you're a professional liar? Fuck off. Kind of like politicians. All politicians are lawyers, and all lawyers kind of become politicians.
Criminal defense attorneys, though.
Yeah.
I need those guys.
Yeah, they're not searching for the truth. They're searching for defense. They're just who wins. Let me just argue my point. Fuck, what was I gonna say? Yeah. So on Monday. I get on Kill Tony. I didn't think I was going. I was literally thinking, because you'll see people on Kill Tony waiting to go up, who are dressed really well. Because they're well, in case I get up, I want to make sure I look good. And I'm in shorts and a t-shirt. I'm just in something comfortable where I'm man, it's fucking hot in Texas. It's so hot in Texas.
Hot take. I don't think comedians should be dressing up. What are you doing?
I would. If I was a full-time comedian, I'm doing theaters and shit, I'd be a suit comedian.
Be a suit comedian.
I like John Mulaney specials because I do kind of like looking at the suit. I listen to the stand-up, but I also look at the suit.
I thought you said you weren't very feminine.
Feminine.
This guy's looking at the suit.
God damn, John Mulaney's
It's
hot.
Armani.
This twink's hilarious. I love this guy. But anyway, yeah, like I have like sunblock on. Like you can see that like my skin is kind of like glossy and extra white.
You need it out there.
I do need it. I need it desperately. And I'm hanging out and literally I'm like, this fucking sucks. Oh yeah, I was just playing video games with people. Some people, my buddy Jake Baker, he'll bring his Steam Deck and he'll plug it in and he will just play video games while waiting to go up on Kill Tony and get hammered. Because the place that they put you is a bar next door called Shakespeare's. They have a deal where like they take you through Shakespeare's into the alleyway and then they bring you in through the back to the mothership. And at Shakespeare's, they have I think it's $10 for a small pitcher of booze. So like you'll get a pitcher of Jack and Coke or a pitcher of ranch water, which is my favorite mixed drink. Ranch waters are so fucking good, dude. I love it. So I'm hanging out there. I'm talking with Brett, Jake, and then I go over and there were these guys playing Smash Brothers, and I won the first round of Smash Brothers, and then I lost. And then I'm playing Smash Brothers with the guys, and then I'm thinking like, man, I gotta pee, and so I get up to go pee, but you don't want to go to the bathroom when they're until after they call a name. So you got to wait until they call the next person's name. And so I'm like, fuck, I got to pee. And then they just go, Anthony Martin, you're on Kill Tony. And I'm like, oh shit. Like the illusion that Tony Hinchcliffe pulls a name from the bucket and then you walk out. He's not pulling the name. That's predetermined to some degree. Because there was the British guy. I have a funny story about the British guy. The British guy was on before me. And I listened to most of his interview backstage. Like right behind that, there's a big curtain if you're watching Kill Tony. Like I am like 5 feet behind. I'm like 2 feet behind D Madness. Like I'm right there. Like if I punch through the drywall, I'd be punching D Madness. So
see a fucking Viking coming through the door.
But yeah, so I'm at Shakespeare's. Anthony Martin, you're on Kill Tony, and I'm immediately like, oh fuck. Like, when you do stand up, every once in a while you'll get this sinking feeling of like, I'm gonna bomb. Like you don't know what it is. It just sometimes it'll come to me like 12 hours before. Like if I know I have a show later that day. Like if I'm doing a show at 8 p.m. at like the moment I wake up in the morning, I'll be like, I'm gonna bomb. And it's not always true, but you get this feeling or like this nagging thought in the back of your head, like I'm gonna bomb. And so that's my first thought. And then like knowing I'm about to go on Kill Tony and I think I'm gonna bomb, all my material flies out of my head. I'm like, I don't know a single joke. I don't know any of my material. Fuck. And they're like moving me through and I'm trying to work on material on the walk there. And they put me up and there's like this little taped off square where you're like, wait here, they'll call you up. Yeah. And there's like a producer like watching you to make sure you don't go up early. And I'm like, I have, my mind is totally blank and I'm just like waiting. And I go, how much time until I go up? And he's like, you got like 10 minutes. And I was like, okay, thank God. And so I get my head right. I just have just enough time to like get the bomb thought out of my head. And what I was doing is I was doing the two jokes I did back to back nonstop. So I would do I'm in a YouTube rabbit hole right now. The blah 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 blah. I was sexting with my fiance the other day. Blah 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 blah. I'm in a YouTube rabbit hole right now. Blah 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 blah. I was sexting with my fiance the other day. Blah 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 blah. And I just kept
YouTube rabbit holes and sexting. YouTube rabbit holes.
Because I had nothing else in me, and then they bring me up, and I kind of blacked out for like half of that. To be honest, I have a couple of like distinct memories of like. When I go out and I grab the microphone, I look at Tony Hinchcliffe and Theo Vaughn, and they looked at me kind of like, what the fuck? I'm kind of a lot to look at, And so when they were looking at me, they're like, Jesus Christ. They had that look like, oh, they're looking at how big I am. I see.
Hello there, Tony.
Yeah, Tony's licking his lips, just being like, oh, that's a big snack. Or whatever he thinks. And I do my set. It goes okay. I kind of rushed the last bit. And then, everyone was asking me after, like, oh, did Tony Hinchcliffe, like, tear you apart? Did he, like, rip you a new asshole? But honestly, he seemed kind of bored with me. If I'm being completely honest, like, he didn't really seem that interested in talking to me. Theo Von kind of did. I don't think I did great. Well, I know Sarah, who works for Kill Tony. She was saying that I had one of the better interviews that night.
Oh, nice. That's good.
She's also on Roasted Coffee, so if you go to last year's Austin episodes, she's on there with Matt Rivera and Mark Neuer, also at the Domain. That was a great episode. Great energy, super fun person, super friendly. Another person that was very easy to work with. I just saw her go up at the creek, and when she was walking out, I was just like, hey, I do this show called Roasted Coffee for free on the weekend. I'd love to have you. And she was very easy to work with.
Nice.
So I get off stage. Oh, let me talk about the guy who went on before me, because I thought it was so funny. That guy was having the best day ever before he got on Kill Tony. Because he was...
Before he got on...
Yes. Because we were talking, and he was just like... He's friends with Jake Baker, and we're just like shooting the shit. Like, it's always nice when you and another comedian like match energy right away.
Yeah.
And so we were like just like goofing and like having a fun time. And he's like, dude, today's great. Like, today's great, mate. I went up at the mothership, and he had gone on the mothership potluck open mic, whatever it's called. And then he got high with like one of the some of the bigger comedians there. And so like he was like, had a good set. He did all new stuff. And then he got to hang out with like cool comedians that were passed at the mothership. And so he's like having such a great time, but he's fucked up. Like, he's definitely fucked up. And so he went from that to Kill Tony, and he was too fucked up to do Kill Tony. And afterwards I saw him, and I'm like, dude, I got a big joke book. And he's like, oh, mate, I bombed. I was like, oh no, dude, that sucks. And he's like, I know, like the energy 100% 180. Because he was just beating himself up like, fuck, I did good at the mothership, but I just ate a dick on Kill Tony. Which, I mean, the contrast is huge. And then from there, so that was my Kill Tony experience. Later, that was Monday. I think Wednesday that week, the clip goes viral. And then there's a Portland comedian that moved to Austin that's now very successful called Dylan Carlino. I don't know if you saw that episode. It's the Roasted Coffee episode I have where I have the cowboy hat. Dylan Carlino has almost 1 million followers on Instagram. Like, he's way bigger than me. He's one of the biggest comedians I've ever had on Roasted Coffee.
Hell yeah.
And again, I just hit him up. I'm like, hey, I'm a Portland comedian visiting Austin. If you have time, I'd love to be able to work with you and so forth. And he was like, yeah, I'd love to. What day, what time? And I'm like, let me get back to you, because I wanted to make sure I had a good location for him. Mm-hmm. And so I found a good spot next to UT campus. There's like a really busy street, and so I set up in like a perfect little alcove. And that was a really good episode as well. And yeah, he showed up on time, was very gracious, very humble, very generous with his time. Wasn't like, when is this over? He was like a great guy, and he was like, yeah, well, next time I'm in Portland, I'd be down to do it again. I'm like, thank you so much, man. And I think I even said it to him, like, thanks for helping out the little guy. Also, he's taller than me. He's a big fucking guy.
Is this a thing? Do you just go scouting for tall folks?
For tall folks? I didn't know he was big. I didn't know. Like, he walked up, and I'm like, damn, son. I was like, you're huge. No, he's a big guy. And I didn't know that was...
Put all extra large props on stages.
so other people look
Water
small.
bottle's a 2-liter.
Yeah. No, and then it's me and my buddy Josh from LA, who's 5'4". Like, I'm a full foot taller than him. And it's so funny because we were roommates for 2 weeks, right, in this Airbnb, and we would like go shopping together at HEB, and which is like HEB. Anyway, so we're going around, and he's like, it's crazy how many people look at you. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And he was like, dude, people are like always checking you out and like looking at you. They're like, that guy's a threat. And I go, who? And he's like, you don't even notice. Like, he said it like, he says like, handsome guys don't notice when they're getting checked out. And I'm like, first of all, not that good looking. I don't know if you saw me on Kill Tony. I look like a fucking mess. I've been in a fucking spiral because I look like shit on that episode. I'm like, I'm fucking fat and ugly and dumb and my hairline's receding. Fuck, what am I going to do? But yeah.
It's better than the Papa John's guy when he gave the fucking interviews.
Papa John's?
You remember that dude? It was Papa John's.
Oh, no.
Remember when he ate, 300 pizzas in a month?
Yeah. I ate 30 pizzas in 30 days.
Dog.
Or not, I don't know.
So ridiculous, whatever the number was.
That guy,
you see him and you're like, yeah, I can tell, guy.
That guy was so fucked up. I would love to Papa John's out. That sounds so fun. I hope one day I can have the strength to be Papa John's. Oh, that'd be so funny. I'm like hammered, falling out of my car. I'm like, Papa, save me. The police are arresting me. You don't understand. 30 pizzas, 30 days. So yeah, that was the order of big things for Austin is, first Monday I'm there, I get on Kill Tony. And I make my favorite social media post I've ever made, which is, I got a big joke book. The fame will change me. I don't know you. That is, I don't know. That felt like I was very much, my energy. I thought it was funny. Anyway, so I do, Monday I get on Kill Tony. Wednesday, my video goes viral, which I think was very good for me in Austin, because then everyone looks at me like, who's that guy that got a big joke book? And then they see me on social media doing well. So, those are big moves, big man moves, for comedy. And then I got on a couple shows. That Saturday, I want to say, my brother is back in town from San Antonio, and he was just kind of like kicking it around. And I told him, like, I got a spot later tonight, but like I don't even know if it's gonna be good. It's a 10 p.m. show. I don't know what your plans are. And then his girlfriend was like, we want to see you do stand up. We want to see you do stand up. So he comes to the show, to this place I've never been, which ends up being I think it was East Austin Comedy Club. Really cool venue, like a big black box theater. Not big, but like bigger than the other ones I've been in. It probably seats like 50 to 75 people, and it was
ginormous.
Yeah, pretty.
Rhyminosaurus, whatever you say.
Guys, this orange is Gigantosaurus, whatever you say, Gigantosaurus.
But like not a ton of square footage, so it's like really packed. And I very fortunately had a great set in front of family, which is always important. Like I've never bombed in front of my family. Thank God, but that's because I don't invite them to jack shit. I'm like, don't look me up online. Don't, like, just find me when I get on TV, watch me there. Just do that. If and when I do good, I want you to find me organically. I don't want to show them something and be like, this isn't very good. Because I would.
It's really great. I'm really glad you're
yeah, I can see how hard you're working. I'm like, fuck you. Shut up. Don't. I'm sensitive. So that's arguably the biggest thing that happened for me in this trip is like, my getting that respect from my family. And then what? Then
after your set.
After the set, I think that next morning, Dylan Carlino episode is recorded. Which the whole time I'm thinking, like, this guy might not show up. He might just bail on me. But no, showed up, super friendly, super professional, super humble, great guy. Thank you, Dylan. Dylan's a great guy.
Oh yeah. That's what my podcast is. It's 50% my guests just shouting people out.
I'm just trying to be grateful, dude. I mean, that's something I'm really, There's
actually a minimum of 25 shout outs per episode. Otherwise we have to call you back.
Well, when good things happen, you got to be grateful, because I have a really hard time with that. Like my brother, that brother who came to the show,
like an industrial size like cheese grater.
to be grateful, to be full of greats. A little bit about my family. So I'm the youngest of 8, and 2 of my siblings are god siblings, which means their parents are dead. And that's my brother Ivan.
Is that a joke?
No, it's real. No, he's they were my cousins, and then I remember my aunt died, and he became my brother. And so as adults, we're like talking, because he's 5 years older than me, and I'm like, I remember he used to be like an angry teen, but I thought, like, of course, why wouldn't he be angry? He lost his parents, he's, all this stuff, but when we talked about it, like, he wasn't an angry teen, he's just like high testosterone guy. Like, I remember I called him a pussy once, and he just like knocked the wind out of me. Like, he just threw an uppercut into my like diaphragm and just like, boo! And then my oldest brother, who was like 35, like stood over me and was like, damn! Like, damn, son, you got wrecked. But I was asking him about what it was like moving in and during that whole process, and he was like, I was just grateful the whole time. And he's not an angry person. He's a very kind person. He's someone that, like, I'm like, I don't get it. Like, I work so hard on myself to be a good person, and it doesn't really seem like he does, and people flock to him. Like, he always has new friends. He's always helping someone out. He's always getting these new opportunities because someone vouches for him. And I feel like no one really does that for me. And I wonder if, like, maybe the attempt to, I'm like, I don't know. I just wonder, like, I'm always wondering what's wrong with me. You know?
Do you think you questioning it is the thing, though?
I think it might be. Because the more I'm just like, nah, I'm the shit. Right. I feel like people gravitate towards me thinking I'm the shit, which is weird. Right. Which is like, I thought this is the opposite of what I was supposed to do.
There's like a thing, like I remember when I was learning to play guitar, there's a thing, I heard somebody say when they were teaching me something, they said, the more you think, the more you stink. You just play.
Just play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Think about what you're doing.
That's interesting to consider. So yeah, that's kind of why I'm just trying to be as grateful as possible. Just be grateful. Just be grateful. And then what else happens? Yeah, it was just kind of a mild trip after that. Went back to Kiltony, didn't get on a second time. And honestly, here's what I learned from those big things that happen. I see it as like two parallel events, or two sets of events that I kind of view as parallel, where I get on Kiltony, I have a good step, I'm good on stage, people see that, and not a lot comes from it. Like the Kiltony subreddit, someone mentioned like check to see if you're in the subreddit. No one's mentioning me. They're all mentioning the guy who went last, who's like, he's got like a fucked up face. Like, they're all talking about that guy's face, and it's like, god damn, like, should I have been uglier? Like, what do I need to do?
A lot of the best comics are ugly.
God damn it. Yeah, I don't know.
Not conventionally attractive folks.
Yeah, fucking whatever, man. Fuck those.
Just do looks maxing, because that's proven to be pretty detrimental. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna start doing meth and flirting with Peter Thiel.
Yeah. You're about him. I mean, that's
clavicular.
Yeah.
How Peter Thiel was he's like, you should come over to my place.
Yeah. Dude, this is not funny, but it's not funny. But dude overdosed on his stream.
Oh, he did I did hear about that. That sucks.
I mean, he's still alive. He's in stable condition, to my understanding. But don't be doing that. Just if you're doing drugs, stop. Get some help.
Don't do drugs. If you're doing it, stop it. Get some help.
Yeah, stop. Don't do it. Get some help. Yeah, Michael Jordan meme. You know, I have some stand-up material about Mike Menser, and Mike Menser would do meth before lifting weights, which is like, that dude, that sounds anabolic as fuck, dude. That sounds awesome. I have this bit about how, like, I'm trying not to do steroids because steroids leads to meth and gay stuff, and I'm not brave enough to do meth. Quick joke. But I wanted to say something else about the two sets of events. So I get Dylan Carlino on Roasted Coffee. Not a lot changed for me. I do my own thing with Roasted Coffee. A clip goes viral. I do my own thing with I do Kill Tony, and I have a good set. Not a lot comes from that, but I have a great set at East Austin Comedy Club, and the booker and manager there like DMs me and was like, "Dude, you crushed. Anytime you're back in Austin, I'll get you on." So, I think what I'm learning is like I have to put down all these bricks myself. Like me coming on this show for you probably won't be as good for you as every piece of effort that you put in yourself.
Well, it's like my podcast is 50%.
50%, yeah, 50% you. Yeah, that's funny.
Half fits the guests. We're very appreciative of all of our guests and their time.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
And thank you for having me.
Of course, thank you.
You know, I'm just trying to. I don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea what I'm doing. If at any point you thought like Anthony's got it all figured out.
How long have you been doing stand up?
Like fucking 10 years, dude.
10 years?
Like, okay. So long.
You started when you were 19?
Started when I was I think I was like right before I turned 19.
Okay.
So I think I'm in my 10th year.
Okay.
It was like close to December. It was around December. Yeah.
You started in LA or you started in Portland?
Started in LA.
Okay.
Did stand up in LA for like 5 years, moved to Portland, moved to Austin, moved back to Portland. So I did stand up in Austin.
What was your first set?
My very first set?
What was your first set like?
I used to work at a place called Chop Stop in Burbank, which is a salad place.
Okay.
And so I would ride my bike from my parents' place to Chop Stop. And then I normally had like the night shift. And so I would finish that at like 11 or midnight. And maybe I'll like go with there was an IHOP right next door. So sometimes me and my coworkers.
Maybe I hop over there.
Maybe I hop over there. Yeah. Oh, wow. You're so funny. You're a comedian? Oh, you're a pun guy, eh?
It's all crowd material is my issue.
Anyway, I do the so I wrap up my shift and I would bike home, and every once in a while I'd see this thing that says open mic, just said open mic, and with an arrow at this place at like the halfway point between my place and the salad place. And I originally wanted to be like a YouTuber, like Markiplier. I liked a lot of Let's Players because I didn't have money to buy video games, and so it was nice to watch people play the video games that I couldn't play. And also I just thought they were funny. Like, oh, I want to be funny like those guys. I feel like I'd be good at that because that's kind of what I would do. I do it now at like shows and open mics and stuff where I roam. Like in high school, I had like 5 different groups that I would roam to. Like there were the people by the soccer field, there were the people by the cafeteria, there were people by the school entrance, there were people in the library, and there were people in the stairwell. And I would basically just go to all these different groups and run bits and just like see what the vibes were. And like sometimes there would be drama where it's like so and so and so and so broke up. And I'd be like, oh, she's a bitch anyway. And I just and just bounce away. And they'd be like, oh, did you hear what Anthony said? Ha ha ha, or whatever. And so I kind of do that now with comedy. Serious about it. Oh, cool. How'd you do that?
How'd I do what?
All right.
How'd I do what?
It turned on when you did the clap.
No, I just turned it on and then clapped.
Oh, I thought it looked like it happened at the same time.
That
Yeah.
would be sick.
Yeah. Be careful. The wires on the mouse. You're gonna click, 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 click. I've done that.
Get it off the screen anyway. I need to get off the. There's no light flashing here.
Yeah. We were talking about the Austin trip or something. What did we leave off on?
It's been a good 5-10 minutes.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to wrap up on some thoughts. I think it was about building the bricks by yourself, something like that. Like you kind of have to
1,000 bridges, they say.
Yeah. What? Build 1,000 bridges?
Know about this?
No. What's the saying?
I think this might be like an old comedian's bit. It's definitely an old bit though. Build 1,000 bridges. You're a bridge builder. You build 1,000 bridges and you suck one dick.
Yeah. Do they call me the bridge builder? No. I built 1,000 fences. They called me the fence builder? No. But you fuck one goat, and all of a sudden I'm Anthony the goat
There
fucker.
You go.
Yeah.
Goat fucker.
That's a good dirty joke. They use that a lot in shows. Where like, yeah. You ever see Curb Your Enthusiasm?
No, I don't think I've ever actually watched it.
If you're a fan of comedy, like, dude, Larry David goes so hard. Like, he is so he's just so fucking funny, and like not afraid to be like, because he has like, so he had a black family living with him in the show, or their last name was Black as well, where he's like, and so like just the situations he gets into of like I hate the blacks. I'm pretty sure that was an episode where he's like, I need to get the blacks out of my house. Like, and he's like, no, not because they're black, because because it's a family named the Blacks. So it's just like the way, just so funny and ridiculous. I love Larry David. I wanted to put a button on this Austin trip shit that I was saying though. I felt like
is there a point?
I think there is a point, because the other thing I wanted to talk about.
Building your house.
Yeah, building my house.
Made out of straw, folks. It's made out of bricks. The wolf is not going to come in and huff and puff and blow my house down. Okay.
Yeah, I guess because you've heard me talk shit about people with talent so much, where I'm like, God damn, fuck talent, dude. Fuck how talented people have it easy. But I think that's just my perspective. I think that people like Eddie Murphy, who, you know Eddie Murphy's story about comedy?
Not a clue.
He got on SNL when he was 18. Do you know how fucking crazy that is? Most of his entire adult life has been comedy success. That's ridiculous, dude. That's so fucking infuriating to me, because like most of my whole adult life has been failing at comedy. So it's like, fuck Eddie Murphy, dude. God damn it. And then he has the opportunities to just be like, I'm the GOAT, like blah blah blah. Like that's how I had to step away from comedy because I was too good at it. Fuck you. Shut up. I think that's why, like, I really appreciate people who have had long careers that are like pound for pound good. Like Dave Chappelle I don't think has that career. Like, people say Dave Chappelle is like so talented and so good, but like he did 2 seasons of a sketch show that is very good, very very good. But then you look at Keegan-Michael Key, who did his own sketch show, which is basically a knockoff Chappelle show, but that's like the first season. First season was knockoff Chappelle show. Then it became its own thing, where like you can't compare Keegan-Michael Key and Jordan Peele to Dave Chappelle. Like, it's a totally different vibe of comedy that in a lot of ways surpasses it. But then in other ways, like, Dave Chappelle definitely was better at certain things than them. And then you look at both their independent careers. Yes, they didn't lean into comedy the way that Dave Chappelle did, because Dave Chappelle was doing stand-up outside. Like, did you know that Dave Chappelle used to do comedy in the park? One of his mentors, he talks about it. He might talk about it on stage. It's so annoying that he doesn't do podcasts, but then he does podcast stories in his stand-up specials. I'm like, you do stand-up, motherfucker. Get back to the jokes. Which I get it. He's trying to do bigger messages in his stand-up specials, but whatever. He knew this guy who was like a very famous street comedian. So he would go into Central Park and he would just bring a crowd together and do stand-up and jokes to them which is very hard to do. I tried it during COVID when all the comedy clubs were shut down. I got a speaker and a microphone, and when outdoor dining started, I started doing comedy to people outside, and I would tell them jokes. And and I could reliably get $20 every night I did it. That's pretty good. Pretty good. And so I've had a lot of success doing comedy outside. I will say that. Like, not everyone can do comedy outside, but like Roasted Coffee, I'm outside doing that. I'm outside.
It doesn't seem like it's your first
rodeo.
Yeah, well, because people talk about like they try to do there's like Are You Garbage, and then like if you listen to them, like that's like their third or fourth podcast formula that they've tried to put together. So like Roasted Coffee doesn't seem like it was your first at bat at that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
A big part of why it's successful is my friend and editor Nigel. He's also my videographer. He is really good at making it look good and look professional and look like content. I'm just the Steve Jobs of it, where like I make it do this. Like I just kind of have things that I want, and he makes it happen, which is, I mean, that's huge. To have someone who can be the Steve Wozniak to my Steve Jobs is, it's perfect. And then Danielle Porter is kind of like the smart guy.
Thank you.
Yeah. No, it's very respectable. I have a lot of respect for farmers. I come from two different farming families, and neither of them do it anymore. Yeah. But I said I want to say one thing, and then you stop recording. But the thing I wanted to say is that nothing I've achieved was alone. I have a lot of help from people. Like Nigel was doing video editing and recording for me for free for a little bit. And he still does it for me at a cheaper rate than he charges other people. Same thing for Danielle. I get a lot of help, including Dylan Carlino, including all the people that are, loaned me a free, like a piece of this or this or that. So like, at some point you're going to need help to make your show bigger. And if you ask for help, sometimes people will give it to you.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think all of our guests do, and they come on here, and I invite them on, and I'm reaching out to people and stuff, and yeah. Like our last guest we had on here, Daniel's a good friend of mine. It's my best friend out there.
Yeah.
That dude's a good filmmaker here, so he helped me shoot on his camera and stuff. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. If he ever needs an extra for a film or like a Sasquatch stand-in, I'd be down.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
All right. Well, I think we're gonna wrap things up.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you, Anthony, for being on.
Thanks for having me on.
Heck yeah.
Can I do what? I don't get to do plugs? I don't get to talk about my shit? You can find me on Instagram at the Anthony Martin, on TikTok at Anthony with Cheese, and on YouTube at Anthony Martin Comedy. And then my show is Roasted Coffee. You can find that on YouTube at Roasted Coffee Comedy. Also on Instagram at Roasted Coffee Comedy, and also on TikTok at I think it's all Roasted Coffee Comedy. Yeah. And
I'll link them in the description.
Sweet.
Yeah, they'll all be in the description.
Thanks.
Oh yeah.
Please subscribe to the YouTube for the love of God.
Roasted Coffee's kick ass. I meant to get to it earlier, but we got into other stuff. So.
My Roasted Coffee YouTube sucks right now, but it's like at 300 followers in comparison to everything else. So please.
Oh yeah. Subscribe to the YouTube.
YouTube is very hard to grow, apparently.
YouTube is faster than my Instagram for sure.
Really?
Yeah, we'll bleep it out, but I have like 50,000 views in like the last week on YouTube.
Why bleep it out? why would you bleep that out? Are people gonna be like, "Oh, you're big time Adam"? Talking about.
It's not a lot, but it's more than I have on Instagram.
Yeah, and it's gonna go like that. It's kind of like that with accounts and also your friends. Like my buddy Josh, who I went to LA with, he was kind of like, I'm glad he was kind of down on himself. Like, I'm glad that the trip was good for you, because he didn't get on Keltoni and other stuff. And I'm like, yeah, but I might have taken the lead now, but you'll take the lead later. And there are people who have taken the lead from us by a long shot. So like, it's not that big of a deal. Like, I'm ahead of you now, but this podcast could blow up.
I just keep betting on everyone.
Keep betting on everyone?
I keep betting on everyone. Like, that's my way to build my community. I bet on everyone, and then I'll just give it back at some point. When one of you guys pops off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if it pops off for you, it pops off for me. So that's pretty sick. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Cool. Beat up pedophiles.